Yes. You guys ready? Everyone ready? All right. Hello, everybody. Let's go ahead and get this started. Thank you for all showing up. Glad to see so many people here. So, let's get into this. So we are Santa Cruz Artificial Intelligence. We are the AI club here on campus. And during this meeting, we're just going to tell you guys a little bit about what we do, what's in store, what the club offers. So first things first, what we do, essentially, one of the big things, one of the main goals is to create and foster a community for curiosity or interest in artificial intelligence. This means all of you guys are here because you have some kind of interest in artificial intelligence. We are a space to bring you guys together, help you guys meet other people who have similar interests and stuff like that. Network a little bit, make some friends, whatever you want to use it for. Another thing is we want to teach you about AI. AI is a big concept, AI is an important concept, and it is something that is very hard to get into. You'll go into classes, you'll see things that are like, oh, you need X, Y, and Z prereqs. We're going to teach you. You don't need that stuff. That's what we're here for. The other thing is we're going to teach you guys how to leverage and program AI. So we'll get into a little bit how later, but actually using and creating these AI models that you see and have used and have worked with in the past, we're going to teach you guys how to make them and utilize them more efficiently. So how are we going to do it? The main thing is our instructional meetings. That's what is right now. What you guys are at right now is an instructional meeting where we are going to be teaching you guys about AI. This is the more theory-based stuff. We'll get into that a little bit soon. How to actually program AI, how to leverage it, that's going to be through our competition. And more specifically, the workshops are going to be teaching you guys about that. We also have community events and speaker events to help kind of bring some community here and, foster some networking, some friendship, whatever you guys want to use it for. So let's start with our instructional meetings. Here is what we're going to teach you. We're going to teach you general AI concepts. We're going to teach you about different kinds of AI models, and we'll go into a little bit of the math, but it's going to be very digestible. So just to go over our schedule a little bit, we're going to start with today is an intro to, or at least today is the club intro. Next week will be the intro to AI/ML. Basically, what is AI? What is ML? How does it kind of work at a high scale? What do people mean when they're talking about this kind of stuff? Then we're going to go into linear regression week 3. We're going to do some naive Bayes week 5. We're going to do k-nearest neighbors. We're going to do perceptrons, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So here are our goals for you. Our goals for you are to understand these different models and concepts. So what does that mean? We're going to go over some concepts that are going to be totally unfamiliar. Who here has heard of or knows how naive Bayes works? Okay, 1, 2, a couple hands. The vast majority of you guys don't, and that's okay. That's why you're here. That's what this is for. The hope is that by the end of that meeting, that naive Bayes theorem meeting, you guys will walk away going, yeah, not only do I understand how it works, but I feel like I could explain it pretty well and understand why some of the internals happen. So that is these theory meetings. They're going to be 1 hour in-person meeting every week. They're going to be at this time on this day every week. They're going to be more lecture style as we're doing here. We're going to have a presentation. I'm going to be talking with you guys. You guys are going to be sitting there either paying attention or, working on homework or whatever you guys are doing. But yeah, so that's our theory meetings. Okay. Going on to our application meetings or workshops. These are where you guys are going to learn the more practical skills a little bit. We're going to walk you through and take you through some of the specific AI techniques, how to program different models, and just overall creating your own AI from scratch is going to be the name of the game for these application workshops. They're going to be a little bit smaller and they're going to be a lot more hands-on. If you notice, I keep saying workshops and not presentational, lecture, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This is because these are going to be focused on you guys doing something. You guys are going to be making an AI model and we're going to be going through helping you. We're not going to be sitting there lecturing and telling you guys how to do it. We're going to give you the actual hands-on help and fixing through roadblocks and things that you need to actually be able to do this and learn these skills. So again, to go into a little bit of our goals for these meetings, They are to help you get the skills to program your own AI without help. So the goal is you go to these meetings, you get the help you need to actually make these things, and then you go off and are able to do it on your own in the future. Also, we hope you get some experience in AI and ML applications, practice what does it mean to apply this kind of model to this kind of problem, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. These are also going to be, there's going to be 2 actually that are each an hour in person once per week. We'll go into the times and dates a little bit later, but they're going to be, as I said earlier, workshop style, 2 meetings per week, 1 hour each. So to talk about our competitions a little bit, I'll give the mic over to Anthony.
Hello, I'm Anthony. So our competition is our first competition is the Sky is No Limit competition, which is a quarter long. So it starts next Friday and there's a $550 prize pool. Essentially, you submit an AI that you've created specifically for this competition, and we judge them at the end of the quarter, and whoever wins, the top actually 4 places get a prize. Essentially, you have to create your own AI model from scratch. So you don't have to come to the meetings on Friday, which are the workshop meetings. But if you come to every workshop meeting on Friday, I can guarantee that you will be able to make a full AI model, even if you've never had experience in it. And then you can immediately just submit that model to our competition and have a very good chance of winning. As for the competition itself, it's theme-based. So next Friday, when the competition starts, we'll reveal the theme, and you have to design your AI around that theme. You can work alone or in groups. And as I said, it's very heavily supported by the application meetings, which are at 2 different times on Friday. Our other competition is Sky Jam. So this is more of a one-time competition, which is still in a work in progress. We're estimating will be sometime in winter quarter. It's around 4 hours where you'll basically design an AI. It's maybe more simple, but it will be able to solve a specific challenge that we give you.
So the other thing that we talked about a little bit earlier on was speaker events. So this is essentially where we're going to have people from the industry come in and talk about what they're doing. It might be people from the industry. It might be a professor talking about like what their research is. But what does working with AI actually look like? When I go and graduate and then I go get a job in AI, what am I going to be doing? Am I going to be sitting there plugging numbers into an AI, watching it compute them? Probably not. So that's what these people are going to come talk about. So the ones we have confirmed for right now are Professor Jason Ashragian, who is an ML professor here. We also have Professor Razvan Marinescu, who is another ML professor. They're both going to talk about their research. And we also have JJ Furman, who is from Google, and he has some stuff that he's going to talk about improving transformers a little bit. That's the kind of stuff that he works with. And we have many more things on the way that we're currently in the works of planning. So, community events. We currently have community events in the works. These are just kind of activities that we're doing. A lot of them will be in combination with other clubs. We have a lot of discussions going on with other clubs about joining in with those. So if there's other clubs that you guys, know friends in or anything like that, we'll probably have some kind of community events going on with them. The one thing we have planned right now for just our club is a hike to the koi pond. So up by Merrill, there is a path that leads down to I think it's there's some kind of forest park over that area. It's about Pogonip Park. It's a little bit north of Pogonip, but it's essentially just about 2-hour hike down to the natural koi pond that is out there in the forest. And then we have some other things planned and in the works. So just a little introduction to kind of who are we? You see us around, you're like, oh, that's the person from the AI club, right? Maybe. I'm Kevin Batchelor. I'm the club president. I'm working right now with Professor Marinescu in his research lab, and I like playing a little bit of D&D. And recently I've started climbing because, when in Rome.
Hey everyone, I'm Ritwika. I'm the instruction lead here at Sky. You'll probably see me every week at the instruction meetings. I'll be here helping you guys learn about various AI topics. And thank you guys for, showing up today. And I hope to see you guys every week.
Hi, I'm Rishika. I am a third year CS major. I'm doing research with Professor Gilpin, and you'll also see me quite frequently because I'm also on the instruction team and will also be giving you lectures just like Ritvika. And yeah, look forward to working with you guys.
Hey guys, I'm Eric. I'm a second year CE student. I'm in a couple labs. I like playing guitar, gym, doing research. I'm pretty boring. Yeah, I'm interested in like what you guys are doing with your projects, like CS projects, software engineering projects, whatever have you. So if you have questions about anything, like feel free to DM me. I'm always here. Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Ashna. I'm also a second year CS major. I'm also part of Society of Women Engineers and Girls Who Code. I'm also one of the orientation welcome leaders for College 9 John R. Lewis, so you might see me around there. Yeah, and I also am a pretty big K-pop fan, so if any of you guys like that, you guys can talk to me about upcoming concerts, albums, stuff like that.
Hello, I'm Anthony. I'm the competitions lead, so I'm leading Sky's No Limit, which I talked about in the application workshops. I'm a robotics engineering major, and I work in a robotics lab called Hair. We're programming a robot dog with AI, which I think is really cool. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Ivan. I'm a second year computer engineering major. I'm part of the Sky's No Limit team. I'm also a researcher under Leilani. And recently I've been bowling a lot, so you'll probably see me at the bowling alley if you go to Boardwalk Bowl.
Hi, I'm Anshul. I'm a second year computer science student. I'm your marketing and finance officer. In my free time, I like to play video games, and you'll probably see me at most of these meetings. So if you need any help, I'm here.
Hi, I'm Dylan. I'm an instructor. I'll be here on the linear regression and deep perceptron week. What I like to do in my free time is I like binging sitcoms. That's something I've been doing recently. I just watched 3 seasons of Arrested Development in like 3 days. So yeah. If you guys want to recommend me some so I can put on the list, feel free to hit me up. I also work with Jason, but yeah.
Thanks, guys. Oh, sorry. So, the meeting times, just to reiterate everything. So, kind of looping back, we have our instructional meetings, which are going to be kind of these presentation style things where we come up and talk about some kind of model. These are where you're really going to get some understanding about how AI works, what's going on in the back end. When someone says, oh, this neural network is doing forward propagation, oh, what does that mean? What are they talking about? Et cetera, et cetera. These are the kinds of things we'll be covering in these. These are going to be every Wednesday from 4 to 5 p.m. here in this room, Engineering 2, room 180. Our application meetings or workshops are going to be every Friday from 1:30 to 2:30 and also 2:30 to 3:30. These are going to be where we show you guys kind of a walkthrough for a lot of the stuff you'll need to create your own AI model from scratch. You'll be doing it on your own. We'll be helping you and we'll be guiding you through the process of creating your own project. And generally, you'll be doing it for the Sky's No Limit competition, which is the competition we hold, $550 prize pool. It goes through the whole quarter. And then again, these support it. And the speaker and community event timings will be shared soon via Discord, which actually brings me to the final slide. Thank you guys. I know this was a little short. I'm just gonna say there wasn't as much to cover this time as there usually will be because we're not actually teaching a topic. For the future ones that are probably going to be more interesting, more fun if you enjoy AI, and there's going to be a lot more to cover, please check out our Discord. We have the link here and we have the QR code here. We will be posting all meetings, all events, all timings here. If any of you guys are on the Discord already, you probably saw, I think yesterday morning or the night before last, we posted an announcement about this meeting with a ping to let everyone know that it was happening, where it's going to be happening, any of that stuff. So if you want to stay in the loop, you want to keep on participating in the club, this is the place to be. We also have our link tree. So if you maybe don't like Discord or, have some kind of aversion to it, we also have our Instagram and a couple of other sites that you can access our information and get updates about what's happening with the club. Yeah, so we also have this feedback form here, just for some of the stuff like what you want to see in the future, what kind of things you're interested in, just to hear about you guys so we can best tailor this club to fit what you guys want to hear about, what you guys want to learn about, et cetera, et cetera. Before I wrap things up, do you guys have anything else you want to say? No? No? Okay. Perfect. In that case, thank you all for coming. I know this was kind of short, but in the future, I promise you they will be much longer. Before we wrap things up, does anyone have any big questions? Yes.
So yeah, if you go to both, it'll just be the same topic, or usually we'll have the first one as a kind of catch up in case you missed the previous one. So usually we'll cover the previous topic in the first one and then the current topic. But if you already saw the previous topic, it'll just be the same thing.
And to also help answer that question, as I said, these are workshops. So if you want to come in and just hang out during, like, let's say you already came to the previous workshop, and so you don't need to go to the catch-up one because it'll be covering the same stuff. These are still workshops, so you can come in, you can work on your project, and you can be like, hey, I need help. This doesn't make sense. What do I do here? So it's really just more time, more resource for you to get help with your AI project. But the second meeting is going to be the main one where we actually cover the main kind of content, the main area of the AI model that you're working on. And the first one is going to be mainly focused on helping people catch up because listen, we've all gone to something, we've all started something, we've all missed a meeting, and then we told ourselves we'd go to the next one, and we went, oh, but I'm already behind, I missed the last one. Will they like recognize me? Will it be awkward? This is what these are for. This is to help you guys get past that so you don't have to worry about like being behind or anything. You guys have to catch up meetings. That's what they're there for. So yeah, don't worry about like, if you like have to miss one. Yeah. There was another question. Sorry, does that answer your question? Perfect. Yes. Will the workshops be on the Google Calendar?
I believe they already are, but they're starting on the 11th, the first one.
Yes. So we are going to be releasing the theme either, is it next instructional meeting or?
Oh yeah, we could
Yeah.
reveal next. Yeah.
So we're going to be revealing the theme next instructional meeting. So that means a week from now when you guys all come in here to learn about what is AI ML actually. At the end of that, we will go ahead and release the theme for the competition, and that's going to kick off the workshop. So if you look at the Google Calendar right now, you won't see one for this week because the competition hasn't started and therefore neither have the workshops. Good question. Thank you. Yes. Very, very good question. Thank you. The question was, if you aren't interested in the competition, do you still need to go to the workshops? So you guys can come to whichever instructional meetings, whichever workshop meetings, whichever community events you want. There's no like required participation or anything. You guys are part of the club just by being here. If you're only interested in the competition and not the instructional meetings, you're welcome to just do that. If you're only interested in the workshops, but for some reason don't want to do the competition, you can also go to the workshops just to learn how to create an AI from scratch. There's no part of this that is mandatory or required to participate in the rest of it. So it's come for what you want, skip what you don't want. We don't want to waste your time. Thank you. Any other questions? No. Okay.
Come up and talk to us after.
Yeah. You want to say something? Yeah, go ahead.
So like exactly like what Anthony was saying, feel free to come up afterwards. Also, introduce each other to each other, these people, want to connect with people, maybe form some groups for the competition if you want, start discussing these things and start thinking about these things and, make friends and hang out, have fun, that kind of thing.
And just a side note, if you are thinking about making groups for the competition, they are a max of 4. So keep that in mind, but minimum of 1. You can do it on your own if you want. But I thought I'd mention that if we're talking about making groups for the competition. Thank you guys so much for coming. I hope to see you guys at the next instructional meeting, at the next workshops, et cetera, et cetera. Please feel free to come up and ask any one of us about anything you want. I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you guys for coming.
During like Friday during like most of that workshop.